when I go and stay at my family's or whatever it might be, which I did for the first time in ages, and we didn't do this time. When you have your spare room, you don't put your best pillows in your spare room, right? That's not something that you do.
Correct.
Because you want your best pillows. Whereas in my house, I've got my best pillow on my bed, and in the spare room, if we had one still, you would have the regular old
Default.
pillows, the default, the standard
IKEA
pillows. Yeah,
I mean,
Well,
it sounds
not
like you're
even-
describing my spare room at the
Not
moment.
even IKEA. It would be it has the smart price. So if I'm driving somewhere, why don't I just take my pillow with me? Because I then get to sleep on my delightful memory foam, the one that I'm just so used to.
That's what people want to see. You just with your pillow under your armpit say, "I'm here to stay."
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you're welcome.
I'm not precious. They're like, oh, are our pillows not good enough for you? It's like,
I
no,
don't know. I wasn't sure.
no, I don't know.
But you also don't want to text your friend before you go round and say, "Just send me a pillow. Send me a picture of your pillows." Or,
Yeah, what brand is it?
What brand is it? And
Yeah.
Is that going to give me a neck ache in the morning? You just don't know,
Exactly.
do you?
Do you know, I had when we stayed in Bournemouth the other week, the pillows that they had there were really, really, really soft, like really soft. So we rang down and asked for firmer pillows because me and Kaylee, we both have firm pillows, and so that's what we're used to. And they were like, "Yeah, here you go. Here's your firm pillows," and they were just as soft as what was on the bed. And so we're like, "Oh God, like this is a nightmare." And so yeah, we had to
the
sleep
holiday
on, like,
from hell.
it wasn't bad. It's just we're very, very like light sleepers. Our conditions have to be kind of just right in order for us to get a good night's sleep. Most of our conversations are, bloody hell, I'm well tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because of X and Y conditions weren't optimal. It's just, I guess it's one of the things about getting older.
I'm the same, to be honest, when it comes to sleeping, unless I'm absolutely foobard. Like last few days, I've been going to sleep and just knocking out, but then obviously getting up and sleepwalking and stuff. But Kerry will just flat out, she'll lie face down and just gone, not moving.
I envy people that can do that because I've talked about this a lot on the show. I do struggle with the kind of with getting that. I think so.
Restful sleep.
Restful sleep evades me all the time, and I think I'm at a point now where this is just what life is. I'm just, you get to that point in life.
Tired.
Yeah, I'm just
I
tired.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm still fighting fit. I'm still, I'm still getting at the day. But I find that I've now just resolved myself to the fact that this is just how normal is supposed to feel like.
The thing is, the quality of sleep is the main problem here, right? Because you're not going to get that extra. Like even if you stay in and lay in a couple more hours,
Doesn't help.
It does exactly. I'm in the same situation, so I'll be up at 5 or 6 and I still feel the same amount tired. Or if I get up at 10, I kind of feel the same.
I feel worse if I sleep more.
I haven't had a lay in for months, if not years now. So.
No, I mean I woke up today at like 6, and that was like half an hour later than what I've been doing for the whole week.
That's when I was prepping my show notes because I had to tether to I don't have internet at my house for those people watching right now. And
that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's literally why we're face to face. I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's a different vibe, but that is ultimately why we were here, because I don't have internet. So in the end, I had to type up my show notes tethered to my phone downstairs, just hunched over at 6 a.m, just like, I need to get something prepped. That's why your research is far more thorough. I didn't know that stuff about the painted floor, and I'm enjoying it. I'm learning.
One of the reasons why I know a lot of this already is because I originally found out about this, and I'll just share this and then we'll move on. I originally found out about this from a corporate event that we had at work, probably about 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and Marginal Games and the story of Sir David Brailsford was kind of pitched to us at this corporate event, and we were given the objective to find 1% in our process and in our lives and in our kind of working environment to try and find that extra amount of order intake, essentially. Like, what can we do differently to get more out of the same? Essentially is what because you could just sell more, you could just do more, you could just work longer hours, but that's not
how sales works, isn't it?
Yeah, you just do more.
Do more, yeah. Have you considered making more money? Yes.
Yeah, have you considered selling more deals? Well, yeah, but
it doesn't work
doesn't
that
quite.
way.
So you have to be, you have to do it in a creative way and think about things outside of the box. So I will come back to that in a tick, because when I share some of my examples of implementing marginal gains, but I'd be really interested to hand it over to you and hear about, now that we've kind of explained this is what the marginal gains kind of principle is, how you might have, even inadvertently, because this is quite a new concept to you, implemented this sort of thing in your professional, personal life, whatever it might be. And so I'd be keen to hear your story, Dan.
Yeah, well, it's cool that you use the word inadvertently, because that is exactly it. I didn't realise. I woke up this morning and the first thing I wrote on my show notes was, I don't do it. I've never heard of it. Marginal gains sounds cool. I don't do it. Like, I don't have stats and I go, oof, let me just increase that by 1% or anything. But then I sat down and I was like, in episode 15, I waffled on for an hour and a half, maybe. No, in fact, that was edited. Maybe like 2 hours of just talking about the automation that I've done, right?
That was an interesting edit. Yes.
Yeah. So I've spent 2 hours talking about the stuff I've automated, and all of those are marginal gains towards giving me back my time. Like if we look at what I've done, I just have so much that's running weekly, monthly, daily, that it all equates to giving me so much free time back. I'm off work this week because I was moving house, and all of my stuff has been running. So people have been doing my work for me, in the sense that it takes the document and just sends it to them. So Brilliant. I've been on holiday, but people have been just cracking on with the stuff that I normally do. So it's like, well, actually, I'm adding value by not even working at the moment, which is cool. I also, in terms of marginal gains, me and Kerry set up a savings pot last week. And the way it was going to work is that we were just going to put a tenner in every week. So it's a very small amount for, considering you'd go and get coffee, you'd get food. You just put £10 in that pot each.
Yeah.
And I was just saying to Kerry, after like a month, we'll see how we get on. You're not even going to notice it go. And then before you know it, you either double it.
Yeah.
It's like just under £1,000 a year. So it's not like a huge amount of savings, but it's like if we just keep putting into that, when it comes to like buying presents or when Christmas comes around, we're just going to have an extra £1,000 to just splash on what we want.
Yeah.
And especially if you do like a couple of months and you're like, I don't even notice that it's a recurring payment, just then another tenner in. And then before you know it, you could just be putting £100 in a month each, or £100 a week or whatever it is. And then you just, you've got a bigger savings pot. And because that's the thing, people get worried. They're like, I need to save and it's such a small amount. But if you just build it up bit by bit, you don't tend to notice it.
Yeah.
If I said, Joe, can you give me, a fiver each week? You probably say why. But if you were just giving me a fiver each week, you would just go, yep, here's a fiver. And then if I just said, oh, actually, could I get £6 a week? You're not really going to bat an eyelid.
No.
It's a quid.
It'd be a bit strange to give an adult a coin, though.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, giving an adult anything less than like a note of money is a bit of a strange. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. If I had to give you like £2, it would be like, what is this pocket
Where's
money?
It come from?
Like, what? Yeah, what? I have a jar full of like old coins from I don't know how long ago.
Yep.
They've even got like the old pound coin in that you can't even get exchanged anymore. But it's my rainy
melt
day
it down
fund.
and turn it into some jewelry.
Why not?
Intermittent fasting was a marginal gain for me.
Yeah.
It was such a small change to literally, when you say it out loud, all it is eating a bit later. That's it.
Yeah.
Such a small change. Like, you can't put a percentage on it, but it's such a small change for such drastic results in terms of losing weight and just feeling less sluggish. And, if I'd have said, I'm just going to start eating healthy, that's like a massive gain, to be like, I need to stop eating crap.
Yeah.
As opposed to just going, I need to just eat a bit later and maybe start off with something healthy.
Yeah.
Tick.
Yeah,
It was quite easy. But those are kind of the only things I've done. I didn't when I'd done the automation, I didn't kind of wake up and just say, good morning, everyone. I'm just going to automate everything and goodbye. Thank you.
Yeah.
I woke up and I thought, what can I automate? Like, there's a daily email that goes out from an engineer at our place and it says like, log out of these systems. It's just like a reminder. And for months, people have just been doing that. At the end, I don't know what time it is, but at some point in the afternoon, they send an email and say, guys, remember to log out the system. And that might take someone 5 seconds to do, even 10 seconds. But they have to remember to do that. They have to sort of have a reminder to go, right, I need to send an email out to the team. So they've got to open Outlook, type in the email address, subject, and then just say, log out systems. So I just looked at that and I was like, I could save everyone maybe like 10 seconds a day. I automated that email. It goes out even when I'm off. Same time every day.
Yeah.
Spot on. So it's like...
That's about as marginal as you can get. But that is the exact point of the whole thing. It's like, well, what can we do to give someone back 10 seconds so they can go and be doing something else? And actually, it's probably, in terms of like the cognitive load of remembering to do that, then putting it together and then, remembering that it's the similar format and all of that. It may only be 10 seconds in terms of time, but the cognitive load up until that point is probably worth a lot more.
Exactly.
So it's things like that.
And that's my point, though. When you speak to management and stuff and you're like, I'm automating that, they just kind of go, oh, right. Does it need to be automated? And it's like, well, probably.
If it can be, why not?
And that's my point, is like I've been doing all those little things. And the thing is, with automation and stuff, you get people that go from 0 to 1,000.
Yeah.
Like you'll say, oh, I'm going to work on some automation. And they're like, so could you automate like my car just driving me home? And like with complete serious face.
Yeah.
It's like, so if you can automate like an email going out, can you automate like an email that goes out when I get in my car and starts my car for me and then drives me home and sends an email back to say that I've got home? And it's like,
I mean, can do some of that, to be fair,
some of it, but it's like, well, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas you focus on the small wins, and as you said, it all slots in together, and you've saved 6 hours a week on just doing little tasks.
Yeah,
that was the whole point. And when I started looking into it, just the quote itself, small changes produce big results. That's marginal gains, right? And there's loads of small changes with automation. And that's the thing, you kind of look at it and you think, well, some of this stuff could be considered pointless, but then the people that are actively doing that work are saving so much time all in all. So, yeah, I think that's really cool.